Deep in the whispering woods stood Willowbrook Warren, a cozy badger village nestled among tall oaks and soft streams. Lyra, a young badger with curious eyes, loved her home but longed to explore beyond the familiar forest edges. Elder Bramble always reminded her, "The ancient ways keep us safe," urging her to follow old familiar paths. But Lyra's adventurous heart tugged toward the shimmering luminous labyrinth, glowing softly beyond the trees. Badgers feared the labyrinth's shifting paths and glowing plants, yet Lyra felt drawn to its quiet mystery. That summer, the woods grew dry, berries shrank, roots toughened, and the brook slowed to a thin whisper. The elders searched ancient maps for water, but each familiar path led only to dry soil and fading hope. Lyra watched her community worry, their traditions feeling heavy as the land grew thirstier each passing day. One starry night, Lyra packed a tiny satchel and made a brave choice to seek new paths for her thirsty home. She stepped toward the glowing mist of the labyrinth, her paws trembling with both excitement and courage. Inside, tall luminescent plants lit the winding paths with gentle colors of emerald, blue, and rosy gold. Soft glowing moss cushioned her paws as sweet, unfamiliar scents floated through the peaceful, luminous air. Suddenly, the path shimmered, shifting into glowing vines where open passage had been moments before. Lyra panicked briefly, but remembered to breathe, trusting her instincts to look for gentle guiding signs. She spotted a soft glow within the vines, and as she nudged them, they parted kindly to reveal a new path. Further in, Lyra found tall silvery whispering weeds swaying gently, their soft murmurs filling the glowing air. The weeds hummed confusing directions, their murmurs swirling around her like drifting, playful echoes. Lyra almost followed a tempting whisper, but something felt odd. The ground sloped too sharply beneath her paws. Then she noticed a tiny glowing beetle crawling calmly in the opposite direction of the loudest whispers. Trusting the little beetle, Lyra followed it through a quiet section where the whispers faded into gentle rustles. She emerged into a peaceful glade, realizing the whispers weren't unkind, just uncertain and easily confused. Sometimes, the loudest voices aren't the right ones, Lyra whispered, grateful for the beetle's gentle guidance. Next, she reached the glimmering grotto, a crystal cave filled with sparkling reflections dancing across the walls. Inside, she saw a feast of glowing berries and clear water, shimmering beautifully like a warm, inviting welcome. But when Lyra reached out, the berries flickered gently into transparency. The entire feast was a soft illusion. Lyra paused, using her senses. No scent of berries, no sound of water. She realized the grotto was only a mirage. She spotted a faint real path leading out, choosing it over the dazzling illusions, despite her hunger and thirst. "Don't always trust what you see," Lyra murmured, stepping onward with steady paws and a wiser heart. Soon the labyrinth glowed brighter, humming with warm energy as Lyra approached its innermost chamber. She brushed aside shimmering vines and entered a circular room where a softly radiant emerald floated in air. Lyra stepped closer, her heart warm with awe as the emerald pulsed softly, glowing like a gentle forest heartbeat. The emerald shimmered and shared images with Lyra, her thirsty community, the dry brook, and their fading hope. Then she saw a hidden stream upstream, blocked by fallen logs and stones far beyond familiar gathering spots. The emerald's glow filled her mind with calm understanding. New problems sometimes need new paths to solve them. A soft voice echoed like rustling leaves. "The path is not found, little badger. The path is made." Filled with fresh determination, Lyra turned back, the labyrinth's glowing paths guiding her more kindly now. She stepped out at dawn, soft pink and gold skies greeting her as she hurried home with hope in her heart. At Willowbrook Warren, badgers gathered wearily, their eyes widening when Lyra returned with bright purpose. "I know where the water is," Lyra announced, her voice steady as she described the blocked stream upstream. Some badgers hesitated at the idea of leaving old paths, but Lyra's steady confidence warmed their hearts. Elder Bramble sighed, seeing the truth in her eyes. "Show us, Lyra," he said softly, trusting her brave insight. Lyra led them past familiar paths, guiding the group farther upstream than any badger had traveled before. Around a hidden bend, they found fallen logs and stones, blocking a clear pool of fresh, sparkling water. Working together, the badgers cleared the blockage, cheering as cool, lively water rushed through once again. Stone by stone, they restored the stream, its joyful flow returning hope and comfort to Willowbrook Warren. The badgers celebrated joyfully, drinking the cool water as their strength and spirits blossomed once more. Elder Bramble smiled warmly at Lyra. "You showed us that courage also means adapting when the world changes." Lyra beamed, realizing new paths could shine just as brightly as old ones when explored with care and wisdom. The Luminous Labyrinth remained nearby, glowing softly as a reminder that discovery begins with a curious heart. The moral: new paths can lead to wonderful answers. With courage and curiosity, you can always find your way.